been a lot of talk about you maybe linking up with the RFU after this tournament. Have you had any contact with them about any position in Irish rugby? Will you be following Jacques to Dublin in a few months' time?
No, I won't be. No, there's been no talks and there's no truth in that. So I'm not sure where it started, but definitely not. I haven't chatted to them and definitely not following Jacques.
Thanks.
No, he's a hell of a vital, my personal opinion. I think when I was at Munster, I think we only beat them once. And I think it was the December game. They had, at Thomond. And whenever Johnny's in the team, a lot of things happened. Not just as a player, I think just his aura about him and his presence. And, for a man that's 38 to still score tries like he scored this weekend. Previous time when he played against us, little grubbers through and he outsprinted one of our guys. And so as long as he's physically up there, which he is, there's no doubt about, you see the points, I think he's very close to Ronan with his point scoring tally. And then just the aura he has about him is exceptional, not just for his own team, also very intimidating for us as the opposition. I think so. I think definitely Scotland was a very slippery game for us. The Scots, I found them difficult. I think my first game was in 1999 in the opening game against Scotland with Gregor Townsend and fly off, and I think the halftime score was 6-3. So, and we knew this first one was going to be a close margin, and at the end it was, I think, 18-3. There was 15 points in the game, and it will be interesting, after this weekend when Ireland still has to play Scotland in the last game. I think this result between us and Ireland will definitely put some pressure on if it doesn't go well for us on how big the Tonga game will become. And I guess if Ireland doesn't come out on the right side in this game, then the Scottish game will become really important for them. So, yes, we have to improve. Without a doubt, of course, we're getting into the swing of things. There's no team that can say they're cold. They're not all up to speed with the pace of the game. We all have now some nice try runs prior to the World Cup and 2 World Cup games. So now we must hit our straps.
Thank you.
Well, I think Ireland is we're playing the number 1 in the world, and you don't get there if you don't perform well. I think they're a very well coached side over the overall game, from set pieces to attack and defence, and they've got some very, very experienced players that forms part of their makeup. For us, it's going to be important to be on par in every department, set piece wise, and in our overall attack. So for us to play against the number 1 team in the world and then going through or aspiring to go through in the tournament, this is one of the games that we understand you need to be on your best in all departments. I think we've got a good understanding in terms of how we approach the game, and obviously we have a good understanding in terms of where our strengths lie and where the areas are where we can improve. And obviously different opposition bring different challenges. So for us, it's important to be on top of our analysis in terms of how we want to approach our game, and to look for opportunities within that. And I think part of adapting our game is to build it around our strength and to expose the weaknesses of the opposition if the opportunities are there. So that is how we try to balance staying towards our strength, but also evolving around opportunities that are created or that are in front of us on the field. And in our analysis against Ireland or any other team, I think that will be our approach. As Rassie alluded to the previous comment that he made, I mean, you can't win the game based on what you've done in 2019. The game evolved, teams evolve in terms of their approach and in terms of their analysis of you. So it's obviously also important for us to evolve our game, but that depends on a lot of things. In terms of your player profile, in terms of the opposition that you play against, and I think we try to marry that and try to build a brand around that we think on the day will work for us.